My Papaw had one rule. Don't acknowledge Memaw. Good to have you back. This was posted on r/sleep. People had a lot to say about this one. I saw a comment that was eerily similar to this. Growing up in Appalachia, I heard all types of stories of spooks and scary things that go bump in the night. The old boatman, the headless mule, and Miss Myra from a ways away, you know them stories. As tough little country kids, none of them scared us. At least they ain't scared us half as much as the pitch black dark on a summer's night. That is, none except Memaw. Papaw never told us kids why, he just told us not to mention her. Us granddads thought it was kindly strange because Memaw was always part of our lives. He must have been married to the woman since God knows when. Memaw put out our church clothes on Sundays. She made us granddads breakfast every time we stayed over too, and it was always our favorites. But none of us were allowed to acknowledge her. I remember cousin Patty one summer morning came running from the creek clear across Papaw's front acre, saying Memaw needed help. Patty said she was hurt something awful, and he begged, cried for Papaw to help. Now I remember climbing up over a grassy hill to try to take a look. Sure enough, Memaw was there turned over on her side in her black dress, wailing while she clutched her stomach. Papaw clasped his wrinkly palm across my mouth so fast it felt like a slap. Shut your mouth now, Mary Sue, and leave it be, he told me as tears welled up in my eyes, grew and trickled down through the hairs on the back of his hand. Papaw was a gentleman and surely hadn't treated me like that before. My heart was broken. I used Papaw's office phone to call my mom. My mama come and got me from Papaw that day after I called her, and I tried to tell her what happened. She gave Papaw a look that could kill. I remember how ashamed Papaw looked. It was a few years later that Papaw died. Like most fellas of his time and of that age, his heart just gave out one sunshiny morning. His funeral was intense. Us grandbabies, all 10 of us at the time, we sat together in a row on a wooden pew. We cried while folks gave speeches about our Papaw, speeches about how good a man he was. We wailed like the dead. To some of my cousins, Papaw was the only father figure they rightly had. They'd lost the only good man they'd ever know in the whole of their lives, and at such a young age. Their own dad's been lost to shine, the minds and the type of typical recklessness menfolk tend to get into. Memaw sat with us at the end of our row. She was holding baby Christina in her lap. Christina was just 2 years old and she surely didn't understand what was going on, but she picked up on the sadness somehow, the finality. Baby Christina was just woeful the whole funeral long, crying into Memaw's bosom. Memaw never spoke a word. While they put Papaw on the ground, they'd left us grandbabies in a little wooden playpen sort of thing that they had in the red room of the church. Our moms and dads just left us there. The only one didn't leave us was Memaw. Most of the cousins knew what Papaw had taught us, never to acknowledge Memaw. Definitely we knew never to speak with her. The little ones like Christina didn't know so well. In a corner of the playpen, Memaw crouched onto her knees, her long sheer black dress draped over her. Baby Christina sat, looking up at her when I decided I had to do something. Tina baby, come here baby. Cousin Mary misses you. I waved my hands at her, beckoning sweetly to come and play. I reached in my dress pocket and pulled out some kind of knockoff dollar store Barbie I had with me. I shown her the little blonde doll and waved it at her. Baby Christina's eyes lit up with wonder, and she started wobbling her way across the rug to me. Memaw lifted her head, which was covered in what looked like a wedding veil, only black as coal. Her head angled to me and struck me with a cold sensation of fear like I'd never felt before. Come play Barbies, Tina. I waggled the doll towards baby Christina once more. Come on, you can pick her pretty dress, baby. Something inside me told me I had to get baby Christina away from Memaw in that moment. Baby Christina kept feeling and wobbling to and fro, getting closer. My older cousins Samantha and Jamie joined in. Come on, baby. We all shouted. We ushered her towards us by gesturing with our hands. It was then that Memaw stood, only she was much too tall. Her veiled head and neck were so high they bent forward across the ceiling. She got so close. Baby Christina, that is. She'd had one hand on my knockoff Barbie doll when Memaw peeled her back. Baby Christina cried something mighty, like nothing I ever heard before or since. Memaw had her now, clutched in her two long arms, behind Memaw's veil. Her cold white dead eyes bore holes into me and I think into all my cousins. Memaw turned with baby Christina tucked under one arm and slid open a window with ease. Memaw put one leg through and then the other, and within moments she was gone. When the police came, they asked us all sorts of questions about what happened. Us grandbabies tried to tell them about Memaw taking our baby cousin away. The only thing was, there was no Memaw. At least there was no Memaw that any of our parents claimed to know. No one was at Papaw's funeral that day that fit her description. It wasn't until a few years ago that my mother admitted to me that she was adopted by Papaw. All my aunts and uncles where they say that Papaw never married, at least not that they knew of. They act like they never knew about our Memaw or any woman that cared for us grandbabies back at Papaw's house.
All I know for sure is that some dark mountain woman took my baby cousin that day. I only wish Papaw had been alive to stop her. Stay safe out there, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.